Hey everybody, Coach MJ here with tonight's episode of TriRightCoaching.com live. Okay, so tonight's episode is all about how to keep your indoor biking fun. For those of us here in the Midwest, there is no more riding outside. It is cold. You guys, I think it actually snowed yesterday. I couldn't tell if it was snow or sleet, but it was really, really cold. So, hey Lisa, hey Mark, thank you guys for hopping in. I'm going to do something a little different this week, and I'm not going to say hi to everybody. Hey Cheryl, as they walk in, as they come into the room, I'm going to kind of try and stay focused on our topic for today. Hey Julie, thank you for hopping in, you guys. Hey Shannon. But here's the thing. So we want to train, right? We want to train over the winter. We need to get, our biking skills up, our FTP up to be a stronger biker. But the fact of the matter is that indoor biking can be super boring. Super boring. So what is a triathlete to do? We're going to talk about that tonight. Hey Jackie, hey Cheryl. Oh, hi. Hey Andrea. Okay, so let's kind of get right to it. The very first one is to make yourself a dedicated training space. Now, hopefully that's possible, but you don't really need a ton of room. I know people who have done this in their family rooms. But what you want is to make a space in your home, apartment, condo, townhouse, wherever it is that you are. And hopefully you have an indoor trainer and make it just for you and decorate it how you want and hang motivational quotes or photos or something. Get yourself a fan. You're going to need a fan. And just kind of map that space out for your bike and leave it there. Leave it there all winter. Okay. And what you want to make sure that you do if you do that is make sure you put a mat or something, especially if you're on carpet. Even if you're not on carpet, I will put a mat of some sort underneath to collect the sweat. Even in the studio, I have just very easily, I don't even know what they're called, but pads. They're not really, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, they're pads, but they sweep up very easily, like they mop up very easily. However, I still have towels on the ground for everybody to collect the sweat, because there's nothing like having a place in your home smell like a nasty, stanky gin. Okay, so you don't want that sweat just kind of collecting over there. You want to have a way to pick it up each and every time you ride. Okay. Hey, unless your name is Scott. Hi. No, right? It snowed around 1. Yeah, I thought it was snow. People are saying it was sleet. I'm like, I don't. It looks like snow. No, Scott's crazy. Hey, Jason. Hey, Lara. Hey, Allison. Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for hopping in. So I'll come back to it, but there is a bonus for this week's video. You just go to TriRightCoaching.com/bonus, and some of you might have got that email that was sent out a little early, but it's okay, because what it is it's just some workout ideas, and I'm going to get to how that plays in, but all you have to do to download it is to go to TriRightCoaching.com/bonus. If someone could type that in the comments, I'd appreciate that. Okay. Hi, Lara. Number 2, varied courses and have some structure. And here you go. That's what the bonus is all about. In other words, I hear so many times when people are on their own doing their trainer rides that they just get on and ride for 45 minutes, for an hour, for 90 minutes, whatever it is they're riding. And they just ride. And there's no plan, there's no structure. The plan is the time, okay? The plan is the time. But there's really no additional purpose to that workout other than to put time in the saddle. And yes, peeps, you need time in the saddle, and that's great. However, again, it's really boring. It's really boring. So how I think you can make it more fun is to add some variety to your workouts, add some structure. So for example, in the studio where I run, and we run classes right now 5 days a week, we have what I call an interval day, or I call them pops. So basically it's short intervals of super high intensity, okay? And then on another day, we have tempo rides. So they're longer intervals, but they don't ever go over your threshold. And then we also have endurance rides, which stay at a lower level, but it's pretty at that level for majority of the ride. So in order to improve your biking skills, you have to mix it up. And I say the same thing to people going in the pool or going on a run. You don't just want to go to the pool and swim for 30 minutes. I mean, once in a while, maybe you want to do that. But that's not really the way to improve. And the same thing with the run. And you guys, I used to do it. So if this is how you're doing it right now, I'm not dissing you for it, but I'm going to tell you that there's a better way. And it's about quality versus quantity. And quality is not just going out, I'm going to run for an hour and have no plan to that run. Okay, maybe here in the off season you can get away with that a little bit more. But what I'm going to tell you is that adding some structure to your workouts is going to be well worth your time. So that's what this is. So you want some structure to the workouts. Have a plan, have a purpose. What is that purpose? Like, define that before you actually get on that trainer. And if you need some ideas on how to structure your own workouts, that's what this bonus is about, you guys. I put a list of workouts together, of workouts you can create for yourself at home, on a spin bike, in a bike class, however you want to do it. But anything to just get out of the, I'm just going to go sit on a bike and spin for an hour, okay? Like, no, there's no spin classes that do that, right? But some of us do that on our own because it's easy. There's no thinking involved. So what I did for you in this week's bonus is to give you a list of some ideas on how you can create some workouts for yourself. So number one, it prevents boredom, but number two, they're going to be more effective for you. Thank you, Lisa, for typing that in. Okay, so last week I was giving away, I know you guys want to know, I was giving away this transition bag. Da-da-da! And y'all want to know who that winner is, right? Because if you shared the video, you got entered in the raffle, and I had a lot. This was by far the biggest shared video, the most shared video that I had. So maybe I need to be giving you guys better freebies, right? But this week's transition bag, it goes to Allison Hand Cotton. I think you're on this broadcast right now. Shoot me your address, girlfriend. I will send the bag out to you. Thank you so much for sharing this video. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the bag. I hope you get a lot of use out of it. So this week, what I'm giving away is a water bottle full of a bunch of goodies. It's full of stuff. And all you have to do to win this water bottle is to share the video. Again, this is actually a tall one. So there's the shorties. I think they come up to here. And then this one's the extra one. And I think this is a 21 ounce. But it still should fit on your bike. And since we're talking about indoor biking, you need to stay hydrated. So what am I giving away? A water bottle full of all kinds of goodies. It's got some Aquaphor in there. It's got some Zip Fizz. It's got some Gatorade Chews. It's got some Cliff Shots. And it also has a set of tire levers. And if you don't know what a tire lever is, we need to talk. Okay? All right. Next one is to train with friends. Again, even the toughest rides we have down in the studio, because other people are kind of suffering through it with you, it's more fun. They chat, they laugh, they make fun of each other, they harass each other, they push each other through the workouts, So on those days that we have those pops, like I said, those really high intervals that go over your threshold for a short amount of time, as soon as one comes down, I have one guy in class that's, woo, clapping his hands and, all right, everybody, That's going to be motivating, and that's fun. And even if that guy who does stuff like that annoys you, it's better than just you alone with a fan, maybe in front of a TV. I would recommend a TV or a computer or something that you're actually watching while you're riding. Again, just staring at a blank wall. I mean, I guess you could go stare outside, but again, I don't know, there's really not much going on out there unless you have you're at an apartment that overlooks, downtown, a busy downtown area, and you can just people watch. But training with friends does a bunch of things. Number one, it holds you accountable. Because if your friends are used to seeing you 2 days a week, 3 days a week, in that bike class, just session, whatever. It doesn't have to be a class. You can do it totally unstructured. I don't want to say unstructured, but you can do it totally on your own. And I know a group of ladies that does this at another club. That's great, because what's great about it is you don't show up for a day, you're going to start getting messages. Where were you? Hey, we missed you. Hey, we had a great workout. Too bad you weren't there. And then you're going to start to feel guilty, right? So then you're like, oh, I can't miss it. I can't miss it. And I used to feel that way when I used to swim with masters. Oh, you know, and it takes me probably 30 minutes or 35 minutes to get to that pool. But I'd remember the alarm going off really early and thinking, oh, I don't want to go. But then I'm like, if I don't go, they're all going to be making fun of me that I missed it. And where were you? Oh, we had a great workout. We did blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to be all mad at myself that I missed it. So having friends helps keep you accountable, but it also keeps you more entertained. As you ride, you can chat with each other. You can, you know, like I said, notice that another person's kind of really working hard, and that makes you work harder because, you know, not that it's a competition, but it's just motivating, you know, keep focused. Okay. All right. Number 4 is to use a smart trainer. And this isn't, it's not a requirement, and it's not, you know, not all of you are going to do that. But there's a big difference between just going to get a magnetic trainer or a fluid trainer and then getting a smart trainer. What is a smart trainer? Well, a smart trainer is one that's computerized in some way, shape, or form. I run a CompuTrainer studio. That, you know, it's considered a little bit old school at this point, but I got to tell you, it's so super effective, and that's a great product. But you can use, there's a Wahoo Kicker, and then there's another one. So I think it's the tax system. I think those are like the 3 top. There are always new ones coming out. But the thing with a smart trainer is it really, really gauges the effort that you're putting out. And that's the most important part, right? So if you are using a fluid trainer, it's very easy to quote unquote cheat it. Okay. You don't tighten the lever as hard as maybe you should. With a smart trainer, it's calibrated. It's telling you you're either tightened enough, you're not tightened enough, you're tightened too much, and then it's going to adjust, and it's going to show you exactly the work that you're putting out, and you'll get a consistent ride and something that you can compare from time to time. But if you are using just a regular fluid trainer, and I say fluid trainer because that's the way I used to run spin classes before I had a CompuTrainer studio. I had everybody bring their trainers, and we'd set it all up in the garage, and I couldn't tell if you were tightening it up enough. I could tell you how to, but I don't know if you did it. And the same thing with like a spin class in say a health club. They'll tell you how much you're supposed to tighten it, and then even they'll be like, oh, another half turn to the right, you know, to make it harder. And you could just put your hand on there and pretend you did it. Nobody really knows. If you have a smart trainer, it knows, it records it, and it holds you accountable. So if you have the financial means to invest in a smart trainer, I definitely recommend that you take a look at it. In fact, that should maybe be one of my videos, is comparing them and see, you know, so that you can know which one that you might want to invest in. But definitely worth the bang for the buck. Okay. Number 5 is to track your progress. So what I said, and I've said it a few times, indoor riding can be pretty boring, right? But if you notice yourself starting to make some progress, that's another way to keep you motivated. So you can put a spreadsheet together and map out like what you did, how you did. And even if you don't have a smart trainer, you can create some workouts like this tip in here. Go to TriRightCoaching.com/bonus, and it's going to give you a bunch of ideas, workout ideas. So what you can do is create some of those workouts, given some of those tips that I put in there, and then repeat the same workout like every few weeks and see how you're getting better, see how it feels. Gauge your progress on that and map it out so that you can say, oh, I was here, now I'm here. And really the first time I did that workout, it was so hard, I had to back it off. Oh, now it's not so hard. But it's the same way like for runners when you're starting out. And it's a little more, well, it's a little easier to track progress on a smart trainer, you know, or, you know, because it's all measured out for you. And you get reports, and you can look at actual physical numbers. Same thing like if you're doing a 5K. if you're doing a 5K and you know that the first one you did 35 minutes, and the next one you do 33 minutes, you know you improved. Well, if you don't have something, you're not doing a 5K, then the way to do it is, I ran for 30 minutes, and the first time I did it, I only got to here. The second time I got to here, and you got a little further. So that's how I want you to track your progress on a trainer. And it's a little bit harder because, again, a regular fluid trainer is not going to have any actual measurements. You're going to have to go by how you feel and how tight you're putting that in, or even what gear that you're riding in. So maybe the first time you do it, you have to switch gears to a little bit easier. But the third or fourth or fifth time you ride it, you can ride it in a tougher gear. Well, guess what? You're getting stronger. Track your progress. Oh, and I'll tell you, you guys, write that down. Write down where you start, because so many people, they start here. And they improve, but they forget that they started here, and then they're here, and they're like, I'm not seeing any improvement, and I'm not as fast as XYZ. Well, you're not comparing yourself to anybody else except you. Remember where you started. Remember where you started. And I say this to myself because, many of you know I'm taking up a new sport, golf. And I said just like a week ago, I'm like, I'm not getting any better. And Jim was with me. He's like, really? You don't think you've gotten any better? Do you not remember where you started? No, I don't. Because you know what? I didn't write down. So I started collecting every single scorecard now, right? So I am tracking that progress. That's what I want you guys to do. Track your progress. You are making gains, and they might be small week to week, but by month to month and 6 months to 6 months, you're going to make progress. And the way to keep motivated and the way to keep it fun and keep excited about it is to remember that progress and recognize it and appreciate what you've done and celebrate it. Okay. All right. Last one is to be consistent. And this is a tough one, but if you ride once and then you don't ride for a couple weeks, and then you ride like twice, and then you don't ride for another couple weeks, you know what? You guys, that's like starting over every time. Every time. There's no fun in that. There's no fun in that. And it's hard. You lose motivation. You lose excitement about it. It's like, it's not really going well. Well, yeah, because you're not doing it. So you've got to get consistent. And one of the ways when I started, I've done everything totally different now, but back when I started, all I did was have just a plain old regular calendar on my fridge. And every day I would put on what I did, like biked today. Didn't write what I did, how far I went, how long I went, how I felt. Didn't even go that far. I just put bike, next day swim, next day run. As I advanced, I started getting more, like biked 10 miles. Ran 2.5 miles, whatever it was. And I'll tell you, I still have those journals from back when I started actually keeping the distances or times, when I actually started keeping figures instead of just a big check mark. Yep, I worked out today. That's where it started, right? Just, yep, worked out. Then it was, okay, I biked. Okay, I swam. I want you to, if you do it right, just right from the beginning, keep a track of it. Because what you don't want, and why that calendar was on that fridge, is because I didn't want a blank box on the calendar. I didn't want yes, I think you should have a day off at least once a week, maybe even this time of year twice a week, but I didn't want that box on that calendar. That's what motivated me. And I'd be like, okay, what am I going to do tomorrow? Because I don't want a blank box on that calendar. So whatever it is, I want you to be consistent. That's going to keep it more fun. It's going to keep you motivated to continue. All right. So last time, TriRightCoaching.com/bonus for some workout ideas, so that you're not just going out there and I'm going to ride 60 minutes today. A lot of you, I've been making workouts for, over 10 years now, but a lot of you maybe haven't done it and you're not sure how. Though that bonus is going to give you some ideas on how to make some workouts on your own, so that you can have some structure to your training. And if you want to win this water bottle, okay, water bottle full of goodies, including, I don't even know if you can see them, they're green. It's a set of tire levers, okay, and a bunch of other stuff in here. All you have to do is share this video. I'm going to give this away on next week's video. And next week's topic is GPS comparison. Which one is best for you? I get asked all the time, MJ, I need a GPS. Which one should I get? Well, I don't know. I mean, there's so many options out there, right, you guys? So I'm going to talk next week about the different GPSs, different price ranges, different features that they have, and which one you might consider for yourself. So make sure you tune in next week. I don't know. Let me think about what that freebie might be for you. Maybe I can get a GPS to give away. I don't know. You have to watch to find out. So thank you guys so much for hopping in. Remember, share this video. You could be entered in a raffle to win this water bottle. Keep the questions coming. Even if you're watching this video on the replay, I do go back and read every single question. And if there's a topic idea that you would like to see covered, just let me know, you guys. I'd love to talk about things that you want to hear. So just keep the comments coming. I really appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time on a Sunday night. So train right, try right, and I'll see you here live next week, next Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Have a great week.